So this is question number 7 for us. Explain the shapes of the demand curve that reflect different types of demand. Our tutor said, goods following the law of demand have a downward sloping demand curve, which reflects the inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. For goods such as price increases, the quantity demanded falls, and demand is neither perfectly elastic, nor completely inelastic. Goods not following the law of demand can take 3 possible shapes. When demand is perfectly elastic, demand curve is horizontal. So our demand curve right here. If it's perfectly elastic, if it's perfectly inelastic, this is our demand curve right here. And lastly, if it's a given good, demand curve is upward rising, reflecting the positive relationship between price and quantity demanded. As the price rises, quantity demanded increases, so it would look much like a supply curve. So those are 3 possible shapes of the demand curve when the goods don't follow the law of demand. And so this is correct. And just to add a little more to speak on elasticity, as we showed, the perfectly elastic curve is horizontal. The natural shape of the demand curve is basically this, because like we said in the explanation, there's an inverse relationship between price and quantity demanded. As a good becomes more elastic, you would see the demand curve becoming more flat. So it could also look like this, could look like this, until it gets perfectly elastic, which, like we said, it's a horizontal demand curve. And same scenario applies when demand curve becomes less elastic, or depending on demand, as demand becomes less elastic, it will become more steep. So we can look at this, look at this, look at this, until it becomes perfectly inelastic, which is the vertical demand curve. So those are just all the different possible shapes of a demand curve, and this is correct.